wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We they discuss, we they learn. Every episode you gon' feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh yes,
We go talk I'm clear, no delay.
no delay.
Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to you, depending on what time it may be at your end. My name is Lady Mary Wedu, and I am your host for the Chat Room, a platform dedicated to resolving daily life issues. Over here, we talk about marriage, raising children, extended family. We talk about everything, anything that is educational. You will find it on this platform. And so tonight, we come your way with another session. It will be an amazing discussion, navigating the extended family relationship. A lot of us have extended families. And so this month, November being Thanksgiving, we thought it will be good to have this conversation. A lot of the times I feel like we don't take time to really acknowledge each other as a family enough. And so if you pay attention to this platform, you realize that every month we are picking a topic or a subject and we delve very deeply into the subject until we are done. But tonight I have with us our amazing sister, Miss Amy Williams, and then my co-host, Nanaya Sapon, whom will be joining us on this discussion. So we just bring them on board. Let us welcome Miss Amy as she comes and have this amazing conversation with us. But as you all know, the chat room is really interactive. So we're not just going to dump it on her, we all get involved. Miss Amy, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us again today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so for the benefits of those that may be watching us for the first time, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us what you do, where you're located, and all of that good stuff.
Well, like she said, my name is Amy Williams. I am here in the Richmond, Virginia area. Professionally, I work as a director of community and crisis services for local community services board. I also own Hope Restored Counseling. That is outpatient therapy for individuals that are dealing with mental health challenges. In my practice, I do infuse faith-based interventions as well. And I co-own EZET Youth and Family Services. That is a community mental health organization, again, located in the Richmond area, working primarily with individuals with behavioral health and mental health challenges.
Thank you so much. And we have our brother Mensa on board. Mensa, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm a little bit late, but
No, you're
sorry
good.
about that.
No, you're good. I think you're good. Would you introduce yourself just for those that may be watching us for the first time, please?
Well, I go by Mensa. Same thing on TikTok. Business management rep, content creator. I go by Mensa. And what else? I suck at introducing myself. I don't know why. A father, a husband, father to three. Been married, well, for some years now, a decade or so. So, yeah, I think that's about it.
That sounds it, right? Thank you so much. Nanaya, it was actually on, but okay, Nanaya. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'll just positioning my camera right.
Okay, good. I think I like this setting better because I can see Miss Amy really well now.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are looking at navigating the extended family relationship. All right. Mensa, when we say extended family, what really comes to mind?
I'm not sure if it is me, but I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear?
Oh,
No.
none of us. Can you? He can't hear any of us. Amy,
Let
can you
me
hear?
let me
I
try
can.
this.
Okay. We can
We
hear
can hear him.
you loud and clear
Let
too.
me take this out.
Can you hear us now?
I still cannot hear. I'm not
That's
sure why.
that's weird. He just introduced himself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I still cannot hear.
Okay.
Huh?
Isn't that weird? Let me get him.
Put yeah,
Go ahead and come back in. That always works.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell him that. All right. So, Miss Amy, and Nanaya, please take over the conversation. Let me get to him. I'll be right back.
Okay. This is what happens when you're live. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. We move. So I guess do you want to take over from what your understanding is when it comes to extended family? Who's included in the extended
What is an
line?
extended family?
What
All
is an
right.
extended family?
Well, I'm married, so I, my husband, my three children, extended family, in my opinion, are the family he comes with in the marriage, the family I come with in the marriage,
Mhm.
and that can be multiple generations of family members, depending on how many individuals you're bringing in. Um, so it's quite a bit. You have
Is
your
there a cap
in-laws.
to who should
I
be
wouldn't.
included in that extended family, or does it just go generational?
I wouldn't say that it's a cap because family doesn't necessarily always have to be bloodline. So it's who individuals consider to be their family members, and that's their persons. And so if I'm marrying into a family where my husband has people in his life that have been in his life all his life and may have no blood relations, but those are his family members. Well, now they're part of that extended uh, family group. So that
Mm,
could include in-laws of in-laws. So, when you have siblings who are married, they're your in-laws, and those in-laws have their own family, and you have this network interconnected with individuals that make up what that extended family looks like.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
depends on relationships, really.
yeah. So yeah, that's basically my understanding, or what I would define extended family as well. You know, those outside of the nuclear, which is the husband and the kids.
Mhm.
So everybody outside of that, mother, father, sisters, in-laws,
Mhm.
all of those people.
Mhm.
So thinking about that, I've heard of a situation where um, there was an argument where parents, like immediate parents, so like your mom, father, um, those close relation, not like the cousins and the cousins once removed, twice added on or whatever.
Both
They
twice.
say it's twice added on. Hey, um, so can we say they can be included as a nuclear?
And we could go definition and figure out what that is, a proper definition
Mm-hmm.
of nuclear. But nuclear is it's it's mom, dad, children. That's that's the
Mm-hmm.
immediate family. Your marital household is your nuclear family. And when you're no longer, like when you were a child, what makes up your nuclear family are your parents and your siblings in that household. Everyone else is extended. So
Mm-hmm.
you as a child, your nuclear family is different from your parents' nuclear family. So what would make my mom's nuclear family would be her parents and her children. Well, my mom is not considered nuclear to my children.
Mm-hmm.
That's their grandma. So
Yeah.
nuclear is here, though that makes up my nuclear. But then when I get married, now I have my own formulated nuclear family, which includes myself, my husband, and our children.
So, do you want to come in, lady?
No, you're good.
Okay. So, let's say navigating those outside of that nuclear, right? Okay, with Thanksgiving coming, that's one of the reasons why that prompted this conversation. Because, you don't get to choose your family. And sometimes you just have to tolerate because they are family. So, should you automatically, being that Thanksgiving is coming up, when making plans, should those plans automatically include those people or like extended? And I would say extended with the core definition of extended, starting from the parents going, right? So when you're making those Thanksgiving plans or making plans to like even like get together, should those extended families, especially if you are in the same area, right? Should they be automatically included in those plans?
I need that bell. Pom 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 pom. Should they be automatically included?
Especially if you're in the same vicinity, like you live a close distance. If you're in
Saved
a
by the
close
bell.
distance, can you hear us now, Mensa?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay! Awesome.
Okay. All right.
And I
Awesome.
said saved by the bell.
All right.
I think
So, Miss
I want to
Amy,
make sure I understand the question correctly. When you say automatically, are you saying that your plans without consultation must be inclusive of them?
Okay,
Is that
so
the
I'm
question?
planning. I'm planning Thanksgiving. Okay, so when you're planning your Thanksgiving dinner or activities or whatever, okay, automatically you are including your nuclear, your husband, your kids. There's no doubt that those people are being considered.
Yes.
Should that apply to your extended family as well, especially if they live around, like driving or even flying distance to you?
Okay. All right. I think that's a great question. And I think I'll answer it best with my actual situation, if that's okay. I don't mind sharing. I have a very big family, as you know. And one of the things that I decided was this moving around for Thanksgiving. I'm just not interested in that. And I've decided that I'm hearing myself. I don't think that's
Somebody's
the
echoing. Do you have like a
No, it's
device
not.
on?
It's not me. I only have the iPad on.
Somebody have a device on.
Okay, that's better. It's gone.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I can still hear myself.
So there. Okay, it's not me. All right.
Okay. All right. So using myself as an example, I have made the choice, the eternal choice for this particular holiday, not all, for Thanksgiving. It is our families, our nuclear families' eternal choice to host. And all family members are welcome with notice. Okay. So see why I say with notice, because I do believe that we have to implement appropriate boundaries, and we also should not have an expectation, because when I look at my siblings, my husband's siblings, that they have their families, and then we have my parents, his parents, they each have their family. And so while I don't have the expectation that you will be here, I want them to have the expectation that they are invited and they are welcome to the party with notice. And so I start early. I've already done it for this year. I send out a long list. I create a menu. I'm hosting. I'm the host. Everybody's coming to my house. So I create a menu and I put items in there, and they're up for grabs. And in the message that goes out, it says, you know, hey, as you know, Thanksgiving's coming up. Let me know what your plans are this year. Again, same place, same time. This is what the itinerary is. This is what we're doing here. And this is how you can be a part of it, right? And so that creates an inclusive environment where you see the list and you say, oh, fried rice, nobody's name is on that one. Let me put my name on that one. Or you see salad, let me put my name on that one. And collectively we come together. The first time this worked out for us was last year. It was 32 of us in number in my home, and it was beautiful. And I liked that because then I didn't like the idea of we have to choose when my mom wants us to come and have Thanksgiving here. And well, no, we did it here last year. And so we're going to go to your family and do it here next year. And so that was becoming too much of a tug of war. And it was just not a good feel for me. And it takes away from what I consider to be a family tradition that I'm also wanting to create. Right. And so extended family have to also understand I create space for that. Everybody has the opportunity to create their own traditions. This is what it is, regardless of who comes, same place, same time every year here. So that's kind of how I incorporate extended family in those plans.
Okay. All right. Mr. Mensa, over to you.
Do you want her to restate the question she asked, I guess? Yeah.
Yes, that would be great.
So we are talking about extended family. So we have the understanding that you know, your nuclear family is your husband, your children. Everybody outside of that is extended, including like immediate parents and siblings and all that, right? So as let's say Thanksgiving is coming, when you are making those plans, especially if those extended family members live nearby, should you automatically include them in the planning?
Not really, no. Yeah, I think because they also have the nuclear family. They're also planning whatever they're planning. So I don't think you should automatically include them in your planning. I think for what is what, like just like the other lady was saying, if you want them to come visit, it is something to just put it out ahead of time so that they know this is what you're planning. And if you want them over, then they can plan accordingly. But you shouldn't put somebody else in your plans because they also have their plans. They possibly also have their nuclear family that they're trying to deal with during Thanksgiving. And I think, you know, for us Africans, sometimes we always think of, when we think of family, we just include everybody else in it. At some point, we just have to come to the understanding that your family is really the one you're creating. So that's you, your wife, your kids, all that, you know, and everybody else. Yeah, they also have theirs that they are creating. So you don't have to put nobody else in your plans if you don't want to.
But people.
Okay, let me put you on the spot, Nanaya. Is this the reason why the family in Virginia stopped having Thanksgiving and Christmas gathering?
Well,
because
that I can't really explain that. I feel like, okay, I think
no, I'm saying this because you know that, well, years ago, that was the deal. I would pack ourselves, and we're always in Virginia. Suddenly, it kind of seemed like that just died, you know, out. And
you know why that died?
Why?
It's because it became too many people. It became too many people. Okay. I don't want to name names.
Okay, we will take that backstage then and have a family.
Yeah, additional people came on, like a lot more people just kind of migrated here, and it became a lot. Like post, you know what I'm trying to get to. It became a lot to kind of like trying to fit everybody in one place. But I can see though, with I think that, for example, parents, right? I think they automatically expect you to include them in the plan because one reason is you were their nuclear family. Now you're not anymore. You know, you're off to create your own family. So not including them kind of makes them feel left out. And then that's when the complaints start, oh, you're doing something and you don't even invite me. Now when she got married and now she has forgotten about me and she doesn't include me in her plans anymore, here and there. Right? So if we're saying, I think where Amy, you're coming from, I understand that, that you are you're including them, but you're also not just assuming that they're going to attend.
Yeah,
You
it's just
give them the option.
it's an open invitation.
Yes.
With notice. I want to make sure that
with notice, yeah,
because it says I need to know by this time, because if you are going to join, you and your numbers, then I need to factor that.
And you need to bring something
into what we're doing. Oh, absolutely. We don't come swinging hands. We come to.
But okay, there's a question here. I think they want me to ask Mensa. I have 2 questions on WhatsApp. It says that the topic actually drew me to this conversation, and I have a question for the gentleman, if he would. Please help me understand this. My older sister's husband, they are considered in the family as, the rich ones. And so the husband has a habit where he would always want us to host these family gatherings in his house. Mind you, if I am up for having it in my own home, he would not show up because he feels that he has the upper hand, or he considered himself to be so rich. I don't think this is right, but can you ask the gentleman among you and see what his take on this is? What will be his idea, or how do I communicate this to them that I don't want to show up without being rude? I don't want my family to think that I'm just being rude. I'm not being rude. I think I have my own choice and preferences, but what does he think about that?
Yeah, I think exactly what she said. I think most of the time when people are trying to manipulate you in some type of way, they will just take whatever you say as you are being rude, right? You're not being rude. You're just being honest and speaking what you really feel in the situation. If he feels like he's financially successful and always wants these things to happen at his house, sure. He has a choice and you have a choice not to attend too, right? Mm-hmm. So he has a choice to say, I want to host this. Cool. And then you have a choice to say, no, I don't want to be there. I want to do this at my house with my nuclear family. So it's just a matter of just having that conversation with your sister. Because at the end of the day, you're not really talking to him. You don't owe him anything. You owe your sister the explanation that you're not coming. Right? So it's your sister that you need to talk to, that, hey, that is what I see, that is what I feel, and I don't want to be there if it's going to be him hosting all the time and he's not willing to make room for anybody else to host or even be the person in charge. Then I'm sorry, I cannot be there. You have to talk to your sister, because at the end of the day, that's your sister. You don't really, like, the connection between you and the man is through your sister. So you talk to your sister as to why you won't make it. How your sister will, provide that information to him, it's none of your business. And, you have a choice to make. If you don't feel like it, sure, you don't feel like it. Nobody can force you to do that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. So let's go. Did we cover?
Yeah. Okay. So the follow-up thing, she says that I understand that, but what is making it difficult for me is they tend to think, including my mother, they make it seem like I don't like this man. It's not about not liking him, but that's where my challenge is. It's not that I don't like him, but they think I don't like him when I choose not to show up at his house. I can see where she's coming from, though. People can be.
I would say just let your family know exactly what the situation is. And if they still insist on you not liking him, that is their choice now. Because you made it clear your reasons why you don't want to be there. And if they still so fixated on maybe you don't like him, cool. You can think whatever you want to think. At some point, I think the thing with families and relationships is that you don't always force things. Don't force anything down anybody else's throat. If they insist and they are so fixated on you don't like him, cool. I told you why I don't want to be there. If you take that to mean that I don't like him, you can hold on to that. I can't change your mind. Go about your business and live your life. I think, especially in African communities, if you do too much of this family stuff, people will always pull you back and get you to do things that you're uncomfortable with just in the name of family. And you don't have to do that all the time, especially when you don't have any loyalty to them. It's not like you are dealing with your mom or your dad, like you are dealing with your sister's husband. You don't really owe him any type of loyalty like that.
I wonder what the sister has to say about it. What is her input? Because the question makes it seem as it's this man that does not want it to happen. But what is the sister saying about it?
So that's what she's saying. She's saying that she said
They all think she doesn't like him.
The sister also thinks
That's what
she doesn't like my husband. That's why. Amy, do you?
And the question that I would have with that is, would it be so wrong if she doesn't like him?
No.
To get along.
No,
yeah.
You don't
Why
have
does she
to
not like him?
You don't even have to like to get along.
You don't even
just
have to like him. I don't
tolerate.
think that's a choice.
It is a choice. I think sometimes we kind of get stuck in these sentiments and expectations of other people that we lose a little bit. We lose sight of where we're headed. It is perfectly okay, honey, if you don't like him. You owe him respect. He owes you respect. That is it.
That's it.
You don't necessarily have to like him. Love his soul. Love on him like Christ loved us all, right? But you don't have to like him. And we have many reasons why we don't like people. And we may not like them in the moment or for what they're doing or in this particular situation. It may not be a generalization of, how one feels about the whole person. If he doesn't, I think I understand that he won't come to their place. Right. I don't want to judge because I don't know the full situation, but I sense a bit of pride. If mine looks a bit better than yours, then I don't want to come to yours. Naturally, I would feel inclined not to want to be around you. And naturally, I wouldn't want to come either. And that's that. Do your own family Thanksgiving thing. And it's okay if this is how you feel about him because of the experience that you have of him. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And, mommy and sister, y'all think I don't like him. You know what? I think you might be right. I don't like him. I don't like that he does this. I don't like that he makes me feel I don't like that he makes me feel like this. Let's just be honest. Perhaps it bothers you a little bit because you haven't fully come to terms with verbalizing that, how you might possibly truly feel. And it's okay. It is okay. These are emotions that we have. It's okay to feel that way. And it's okay to express them. You're doing that in the most loving, in the most respectful way. I don't like that you do this. And it makes me not want to be around you. I think that's a natural reaction to have. If you only feel like it's okay when we're around you and you don't feel like it's okay to come around me, like, well, what's wrong with my side of the house, right? So I think it's okay if she doesn't like him.
It's weird how, people or some people that tend to think that they're financially better than other people. They're set in their ways and everything should be done their way. So I say that regardless of my condition, if I don't have as much as you do, I have the power and the ability to also be satisfied with where I am. I don't necessarily have to always toe your line to feel that, not everybody really wants to belong. Not everybody wants to belong. And so I don't know if he is complaining to the sister or what the issue is, but they're both saying you don't have to. If you don't like him, you don't like him. If you don't want to go, then you don't want to go. But I can see where she's going because sometimes family can really drag this thing and makes a whole lot of issue out of these kind of things. But
I think she should actually just stay away from her family. Not her family as a whole, but her family's nuclear family. Like that shouldn't be your problem.
Somebody
you don't
said
even
right
have
here that she
to
should move.
engage
She
in
has the
my
choice to move out of state.
sister's husband stuff. Just
Yeah.
leave all that stuff alone and focus on
Yourself.
you and your husband and your kids.
Yeah.
And outside of that, focus on your mom and your dad. Let your sisters do what they want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, then you are kind of, neglecting the relationship in a way.
Yeah, but they're not giving you the room though for you to be yourself, Nana.
Which relationship are you neglecting?
It's literally, no, with Master saying, focus on your nuclear family and,
And let them do their thing.
just kind of let your sister and her side do, their thing.
Because they're not giving you the chance, Nana.
Think about it this way. Other than the Thanksgiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about her sister's family
Exactly.
that she know? What part of that family does she contribute to? Nothing, really.
Well, like if they have children, if there's children on both ends, just getting the kids
I don't
together,
think they ask her
birthdays.
anything about how they raise their kids, how they do their things. They do their own thing.
No, I'm not talking about when it comes about. I think, or did I misunderstood the question? I think she's saying more about he wants to host the events at his house because he feels like they're better to do, and I guess they can provide an atmosphere that he's comfortable. And she wants them to be able to kind of divide it up where different people can host too. And that's the issue, right?
She can maintain the same posture I did. Same time, same place every year.
Okay, so in your situation, right? So let's bring it to your situation where you're saying same time, same place. And then one family member is like, okay, you've hosted this. I know in your case, you'd be like, please take it over. If you want to do it, do it.
I'm still having mine here.
But so if somebody else wants to do it, you're still having yours. You're not going to theirs. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, because there's a reason. There's a reason behind that. Because for me, like what Lady Mary was saying about you all getting together. For years, I came to this country at 14. For years, Thanksgiving has been at my mom's. For years. All my cousins, everybody, no matter how small our place is, the joy, the food, the love, everybody comes to Auntie Zine. And that's where, from Northern Virginia to Richmond.
I remember.
Cousins, everybody comes there. So when I got married, it was a challenge, okay? Because my mom only has 3 girls, okay? And it's if I'm not present, let's just say that it's noticeable, right? So the idea of, oh, you all are not coming for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, well, mommy, we can't always just be here. We have to go there too, right? And so that tug of war, that push-pull, it started to feel different. Right. And so as I'm having kids and we're getting together and it's like, literally we will sometimes split the day. We will go there. And then by the time you get there, you didn't eat. It's like, oh, she came here and she didn't eat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me, it wasn't worth my peace. And so that to me, I got with my husband, we're going to have our own tradition. And this is what we are doing as long as God gives us breath, unless we're not in the country. But so far as we're in the country, if at all it's the 5 of us around this table, 5 is plenty.
Yeah.
I know it won't be 5 because people on my side that are like, we are coming. I know it won't be 5. But if that's what it is, then that's what it is. So for me to kind of stop all of that, where we're doing this and doing that, at that point, it rids off the enjoyment of the day. And it no longer felt like Thanksgiving, which happens to be one of my favorite holidays. It no longer felt like that love and that joy and that family bonding. It felt like an obligation to be here and an obligation to be there, right? And so now it's here, regardless. And if any nuclear family amongst us wishes to do it in their home, everybody has the opportunity to go there. But we are still here. Come what may, we are still here.
Okay, so you're basically describing this situation that this girl is in, okay? So you're the rich to-do guy that don't want to have it anywhere else but your house.
No.
Right?
Because that's not the position that I'm saying.
Right.
The position that I'm making is, and of course this has been talked about. This has been mentioned. Like, this is what we're doing every year, okay? so far we haven't been met with opposition or adversity.
The people don't mind coming to your house.
So far, that's what it
Okay.
is, right? But it would, instead of that, you have to be here a little bit of time, and you have to be here a little bit of time, because it was both parents' homes, my parents, my husband's parents, and everybody
Which
comes.
is a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. And you know, it hasn't been, and I think it also helps that we are older. We are the two of us are the older of the siblings of compared to my husband's side, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That are married and stuff. So that kind of also helps. But it's not the position that I can't come to you. It's the position that Thanksgiving is mine. Christmas, who is Christmas? Who is Easter? You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so you split it up.
Oh yeah, I can't do it all. If you do Easter and you do things and Christmas and you say come, I will go, because why? I'm not doing a big thing for Christmas anyway. But this was the one that was creating a sort of a friction between the extended of families, right? That's why I'm using this example, because it's really one that you could say cuts across extended family on both sides of us. And it was just too stressful. And the stress wasn't worth it.
Okay, so it's different. It's different from this case then. Okay, because my understanding was that you want to host it. And if somebody else wants to host it, then you know, you're not going. You're going to do one with you and your family. But you're saying that I'm taking on Thanksgiving. Somebody else can take on Christmas. Somebody else can take on Easter. So that's not the same situation. But what I'm saying is, so if this person, right, if she decides that I'm not, because y'all don't want anybody else to host, right? So at this point, I'm focusing on my family. You know, y'all do whatever you want. Right, I'm removing myself from that situation, and now it's just me and my nuclear family. Right, that's what I'm not advising. I'm advising that try to find a common ground. Y'all sit down, and I can see where the situation. She's told maybe her sister, she's told her, mother or those people, and everybody's kind of like talking on the side and saying, well, he doesn't want to. So everybody needs to sit.
But Nana, at that point, I think that some people are really difficult to deal with. Some people are difficult, Nana. At that point, from what Mensa is saying, if this guy doesn't just want to understand, what is she going to do? She cannot herself for him. So she would have to come to a conclusion. She would need to make a decision for herself. And then if you look at it anyways, she's not related to him. I mean, she is, but she's not. It's the brother-in-law. You get it? No, I mean, she's not. Yeah, she's not
extended family. She's family.
Well, but I'm sorry. Yeah, you're my sister's husband. So she would have to come to a point where she's making a decision that will be favorable for her and her family. She can't seem to please this guy. So I think that's where Mensa is coming from. Now, if you are dealing with a person that just don't want to budge, no, they don't want to make room. I think you need to make a decision for yourself.
Sit down and talk first.
Talk with who? The guy?
Talk with everybody.
It sounds like
have a family meeting, and if he refuses to do it, then you can say,
I can promise you in those instances, the family, they're already on his side.
Yeah, they're already
concluded.
Because they're saying she doesn't like him.
Most of the time when somebody is financially up there, we look at them like gods, like what they say go. So the family is already on their side. They enjoy when they go to probably that big ass house and all that stuff. They enjoy that. So you coming in, they already have a closed mind. They're not trying to listen to you. They think you just don't like him.
Yeah. And if you're not even careful, they might probably end up thinking she's jealous. But trust me, maybe she's not
might
being
turn
jealous.
into, are you jealous of your sister that they are financially in this position, all that stuff.
Right.
So it's just simple, like just lay down the reasons why you feel like you don't want to be there every year.
Yeah.
Whatever year that you feel like you want to be there, you will go. Yeah. But when you don't feel like it, you have a choice to make, and nobody should judge you for that. You can just say, hey, I'm not feeling it this year. If it's not coming, cool. I'm just gonna hang with my family.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Someone says, what if she lived out of state? If she lived out of state, the story would be different. So they need to be able to understand.
You have an excuse. If she lived out of state, you have an excuse.
Okay,
not
someone has a
needed.
question for everybody. It says that, can you guys please talk about extended family, step siblings, and how annoying they can be? Ooh, what happened?
I wonder
What
why people
exactly do
try to
you
deal with
want
these
us to talk
extended
about? Like,
families, though.
what are we talking about?
Hold on, I'll finish. Not Mesa is saying something.
No, I was just saying, I wonder why people try to deal with these extended families.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Mesa said,
So,
I got my family, okay? All of y'all
so
can
this
get
this is
doodoo.
this is
You
what
know
I mean
what?
by that. For me personally, family is not just because we follow a bloodline. Family is the one that is proving to me you are family.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be somebody I met along my journey in life,
Mm-hmm.
and I will consider you a family. If you act like a family, I will reciprocate that. If we are born of the same mom and dad, but you still act like a stranger, you are not family. I don't know you. I don't have to go by the we are family thing. People will use that family tag to hurt you. They will hurt you with that family tag. They will do bad and evil things, and then we would just say that's family. Let it go. Like that's not how it works. Like if you act like family, I will treat you like family. But if people like, for example, like cousins and all these people, like I don't see you for 10, 15 years plus. You show up one day asking for things. I say no, and then you mad because you feel like we family. No, we're not. I don't know you. I don't know you. You can't just jump out of nowhere and expect family relations. Like, no, that's not how it works. If you are family, you will act like family. That
I
is
like
how I
that.
think we need to move. Like we
Hmm.
sometimes we are just stuck in this African mentality
That's it.
that oh, this is family. No, this is not family. The
Hmm.
family is the one that acts like family.
Yeah,
It's simple as that. We've seen this play out so many times. People
yeah.
that live in the Western world will send money and millions to
Yeah.
people they call family in Africa, build me a home. They will
Yeah.
not build it. And when you
Hmm.
come back and you complain, they say, let it go. It's family.
Yeah.
No, you need to pay me my money back.
Yeah.
Be responsible. It's true. Should I
Yeah.
continue
You
her
can't just
comment?
use the family tag to hurt me. That's not how
Hmm.
it works.
Yeah.
So if your step whatever, step cousin, step whatever, don't act like family, cut them
Put
off
them
and
out.
keep moving on with
That's
your
it.
life.
Block them.
Yeah. You can love them from afar. I love you. I don't wish death upon you. But cool, do your thing and let me move on with my life. I don't have to be around you.
I like that. Give me that space. I want to finish reading her comment. She's saying that my I have step siblings from both my father and my mother's side, but the one from my father's side, I'm not saying this because I don't like them. Many times I will try to reach out to them just to even have conversation with them. Sometimes you see them in public, you try to speak with them and they act like they don't know you. Yet when it's Thanksgiving, they want to call you to show up to these Thanksgiving. I, for one, will not show up to these places. Can you guys talk about that? I think that a lot of Africans have an issue with pride. If you're not going to speak to me in public when you see me, don't invite me to your Thanksgiving dinner because I am not showing up.
I wonder why they invited you to the Thanksgiving dinner in the first place.
Maybe the dad is.
I only invite people that I want in my house. So
So is it your dad that is inviting you if you want to bring that back, or is it your siblings? Because sometimes parents force their children to, oh, call your sister, call your sister.
true.
Meanwhile, they don't like this sister. Look, they don't like him or her, you
Hmm.
know. But then the parents will tell you, call this person and call that person. Mensa, speaking of, can we talk about step siblings, Miss Amy and Mensa? Step siblings when it comes to, is that okay? Nanaya, why? Okay. Nanaya,
Oh
take
no,
me.
go ahead. Miss Amy got this.
No, step siblings, okay? Because
I said she got it.
let's look at this lady as a stepsister. Okay, she says that the only issue I've had is that their mother never really liked my mother's side of the children. And so when they see us in public, I guess I don't want to say they've brainwashed them or the mother have said something to them, but they will see us in public and literally pass us by. And I believe my dad sometimes when is around, and so he will tell them to try to communicate with us, but it's just not working. So,
Okay, so it's the dad. Okay.
mhm. Miss Amy and Mensa.
You can go first, unless you want me to.
My mic was muted. Sorry. I'm a step sibling.
Mm.
I have about 22 of them.
Ooh,
Told you she was a good expert.
22.
Mensa, Mensa laughs. I do. And my personality, I'm welcoming of everybody until you cross me, and then I don't know who you are, like I never met you before, type thing. But I'm very jovial. I'm outgoing, and other people's experience of other people are not mine. And so it's easy when family members have experiences of the parents of these siblings. I think my mom is watching, so I'm going to be very careful how I talk. That their experience is not necessarily mine, and that their issues were not necessarily with my siblings. You get where I'm going with this? The issues are with these women that, let's just say, were married, some were not, and they have all these children by my dad, who was a very charismatic, I say was, he's deceased today, but very charismatic. That's the person you want to be in your court type of person. Okay. I say that to say, of the 23 of us that are known, I have a very good relationship with at least two handfuls. That when we get together, you would think that we came from the same mom and dad. We visit each other. We live countries apart. Some of them are in the UK. I'm here. A few of us are here. And there's no bad blood. We would have to tell you that we come from different mothers. And then you have others where it's like, if I see them coming, I'm going the opposite direction. And the reason for that is because the intentions and the motives are not it. Because we share the blood and we share that line, like Mensa was saying, you have not proven to be family. And when you have an opportunity, you're wanting to, or out of your desire for self-preservation, it comes at the expense of someone else, me or other siblings, right? And it's been like that over the years, but even more so solidified when my father died. Then you get to see who people really are, who people really are, for the sake of properties or, earthly things that you can't. Look at him now. He shares a grave with just he himself in a box that they can't take anywhere with them, right? But people are willing to cut each other off. They're willing to go the extent of threatening lives and killing one another. But you share blood. Honey, that's not family. You are not my family. You are my father's child, but you're not my family. And it's hard to hear that, from a Americanized African, because everybody is family. Don't you know that's your sister? When were they ever a sister to me? Don't you know that's your brother? When were they ever a brother to me? I think before you joined in, Mensa, we were defining extended family, and I was sharing with Nancy, they may not necessarily be bloodline. If somebody who you've chosen as your family, if I come in your life and I marry you, and you have all of these people who you call your family, I accept them as part of your extended family because that's who you call as family. They don't necessarily have to share the same bloodline with you. It's who you have adopted in your circle as your family. And those people are more to you than the ones that are considered
So-called.
so-called blood, right? So yes, siblings, I think the part of the question was, and how annoying they can be. They can, especially when you have to make decisions and you have to come together. Even these two handfuls that we get along so well. Let it come now that we're all on a conference call and we have to make a decision. In that same conference call, we'll fight with each other. We will pray. We'll fight. And then we'll argue. And then we'll tell each other off. Some of us will hang up and we'll come back and we love on each other again. What family doesn't fight? What family doesn't do those things? But the ability to come back.
Yeah.
The ability to restore. When it's not present, it's really not family. So as annoying as they can be, look at the whole picture. What is the relationship you've built with them? And what does that look like? And don't continue to build on something that is not working.
It's not working.
If it's not working, it's not working. Don't force it. Even if it's your blood. Even if it's your blood. You don't continue to build on something that's not working. Life is short, y'all. Today we could be here. Tomorrow one of us might be gone. And then what? Everybody moves on. And life continues, right? So, as annoying as they are, put them in the boxes that they need to be and move on.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Found that maybe sometimes some of the I don't like this person issue really can stem from just the fact that maybe my other parent, my mother. So let's say if, for example, I'm just using you as an example, Amy. So let's say if mommy doesn't like somebody else, right? Then, you're taking off that dislike and then saying, okay, well, we don't like this person.
We don't like them because my mom doesn't like them, or we don't like them because my dad doesn't.
Right. So just make sure that you are getting to know the people for yourself.
That's what I meant by my experience of others. My experience with the person is not the experience of others because, I come from a very protective family. You cross one, you've crossed them all. So to the extent where if Nanaya pains me now, I can't go to one of them and say Nanaya pains me. Tomorrow now, Nanaya has pained them. What has Nanaya done to them? Nothing. But Nanaya has pained them because Nanaya pained me. You see what I'm saying? And so being able to set that person's issue with that person aside and focus on your own, because tomorrow, no one knows where tomorrow holds. Your family, your parents, they'll be dead and gone.
Yeah.
And then you still have each other to navigate this world.
Okay, Mensa, somebody have a question personally for you. It says that, can you ask the man for me because I'm in this situation? It says, what would be his advice for a husband that goes out to have a child without your knowledge, and it's gone on for so long, you later then find out that this man has a child outside? I'm asking him because he's the only man on board. Should this child be accepted into my home? Because I totally feel betrayed, but people are saying that the child is innocent. What is his take?
Yeah, so if you decide to continue with the marriage itself, then yes, the child got nothing to do with what happened. So the problem you have is with the person that wronged you, not necessarily the results that came out of that. So the first choice is for you to decide if you want to keep the marriage itself or not. And then that would depend on you guys' relationship, what the conversation was, whatever explanation he will give you that will make you decide what you want to do next. But if you decide from what the person is saying, it looks like she's staying. If you are staying, the child has nothing to do with it, really. You can say you don't want the child in your home. That is a choice you can make. But you can't really hate the child. The child got nothing to do with you. The child did nothing to you. The child didn't call to be here. Like, two people came together and then created this child. It has nothing to do with the baby at all. But you don't have to bring the child into your home. That's still a choice you can make. You can say, I'm forgiving you and I'm continuing this marriage. I just don't want this child here because maybe it reminds me of what you did, or it reminds me of the whole situation. So I don't want the child close. I rather the child is somewhere.
That's tough.
That is still a good choice to make. But people cannot force you to bring the child in. But at the same time, you don't have to hate the child because the child did nothing to you. The child has no idea what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a follow-up question. She's saying, this is what she's saying. She said, I'm asking this because you guys are talking about extended family. Mind you, in my opinion, this child is coming with an extended family. And so then how do I accept that? That is a very difficult position to be in. That is why I'm asking this question.
No, you don't have to accept everybody that came with the child. You accept the child. No, you accept the child as your husband's child
from distant.
from a distance, but whoever is coming with the child, it's not your problem. You don't even have to deal with them.
How is that
Even
individual
though
never
they're
going to be
gonna
your
be
problem?
somehow involved around
Yeah.
your life, you can choose to actually not deal with them at all. You can let your husband deal with that because it's his problem now.
I don't know if Miss, can she do that?
It's
He
gonna be
messed
You
up
very
in the
can,
first
difficult.
place.
It's gonna be
you
very
can,
difficult, but you can. You
He
can.
you
messed, but
can.
he messed up in the first place. How is she gonna trust that?
But the fact that
Oh,
that's
That's
what
my
I'm
trust
saying,
dealing
you're
with
question.
the
taking him
family.
back. That's the
Yeah,
thing. If
that's
you
my
take him
question.
back,
Do
then
you have
you're
a
You
taking the
mean
baggage
trust
with
dealing
him.
with the child's mother? Is that what you're saying?
Well, my question was, how are you never going to have to deal with the extended family that comes with the child? It could be mother, it could be another sibling, it could be, there's no way that you wouldn't have some kind of an interaction. Now, you may not necessarily be the forerunner of conversations and that kind of thing,
Correct.
but there's absolutely no way that you
That is
won't see
why I
this
was saying
woman.
that this child and the extended family will circulate around you for the rest of your life.
Right.
Right,
And
okay.
so
Forever. If you keep them in, these people are going to be around you forever.
thank
But you
you.
don't have to
Keeping the
deal with
man
them
is
directly.
the part.
That's
Keeping
the
the man.
question.
Yeah, you
What?
don't have to deal with them directly. You
Right.
can let your husband deal with that.
Yeah.
You cannot decide to just deal with the child, as in maybe you call in to check up on the child, or even if you decide you want the child to come and live with you, you'll deal with the child in your home. But you don't deal with the child's mom. Anything to do with that, he go deal with it. And if you don't trust him to go deal with it and not start anything else, maybe you shouldn't keep him. Maybe you should let him go right from the jump.
Or maybe she should let the child come stay with them.
Because yes, it's really
That
like
depends on how strong you are. Like if you are emotionally
the child
strong
don't.
enough
I don't think the
to,
child
I'm
has
not
to
strong.
stay. I don't think the child has to stay with you. But I think you're just gonna have to take on the fact that the child is going to be in your life and you're going to be
yes,
involved.
that the child is going to be stuck with you forever.
Yeah, you're going to be involved one way or another. Because
Because
for
that child
example,
can grow
if
to be 35, 40. That child is still in your life. Because guess
Yeah.
what? When
yeah,
that child is getting married, guess who is going? Your husband. And if your
You,
husband is going, you are.
Your
you,
children.
So that child is stuck
birthday
with you
parties,
forever. But
the child is
that's what
coming
I'm
with the
saying, that they're
mother.
going to circulate around you, but you choose who you deal with directly and who you let your husband deal with.
should the question be what kind of home you have now? Or not, I'm not trying to invalidate her question, but should that also be a question? I know we're talking about extended family and all of that, but it's accepting this extended family situation at the expense of what exactly for your home?
Well, she's
That's why
saying
I roll my eyes like, sis,
she's
you're
saying
saying
Because
that
you
told me a
said,
lot.
I think you said that the child came about during the marriage, not
The
during
marriage,
separation,
during
divorce.
the
yeah.
marriage, he stepped
So the
out.
husband cheated
Yeah.
and
Yes,
then
So
had a
Correct.
so
baby.
then so look at
Okay.
this. Look at this. She's saying that Thanksgiving is coming up, and the man is proposing bringing in the child so
Of course.
the child can be introduced to the other siblings, to their nuclear family.
that's their
Now,
sibling.
in doing that, the child's mom, grandparents, and few other people are
Was to
asking to
come.
come
Ooh.
along
See,
because
Lady Mary, life is all about choices, right? And remember, he made a choice and made a baby.
Mhm.
You can choose to keep him
And the
and not
baby
deal
and
with
family.
everybody else. So you still have a choice to say, I can let this child come into the home and meet the rest of the siblings. If everybody else want to tag along, that child is not coming and they can both stay out there.
they can meet at
It's as
Starbucks.
simple as that.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna insist and keep pushing on that, maybe
He's not finished
the
with his
situation
assignment.
itself is where you shouldn't be.
He's not finished with his assignment, man. Something might be going on.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying, that maybe the situation itself is not where you should be, because that means walk out.
Now
That's
you're
what I'm
putting
trying to
thoughts
say.
in the girl's head. She
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't think that it was
maybe
still
maybe
going
you need
on,
to
Lady
walk out
Mary.
because he stepped out. One, you have decided, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, I'm gonna let it go. Now the child, you, the person that created this child, you are supposed to understand my situation when it comes to everybody else tagging along. And you are looking at me, telling me that the person you made this baby with wants to be in my home, in my face,
with the
with
uncles and
her
aunties.
mom and her family, and you think it's cool to even talk to me about it. That is a little bit off.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, that is a little bit off for me. I think the man can say, I want the kid to meet the siblings, but that family part, he shouldn't even bring it up.
It's my
The wife
sister
got
staying
nothing to
by
do with them.
choice.
The kids got nothing to do with them. They're only dealing with the child. They don't have to deal with the mom and the grandmom and all these people.
Yeah.
It's very weird that the extended family wants to come.
Why not? It's
It sounds more like if the man is proposing it, there is more to it that she probably doesn't know.
Yeah.
second wife.
You might
Second-
never know
Yes,
that
there is a
that
second
could be
wife
an engagement
situation that you
engagement
don't know yet.
party. That could be
Second
an
wife.
engagement party we don't know of.
It's my sister
Yeah,
staying by
because
choice.
why would they want to tag along? And he thinks it's cool for them all to tag along.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that there could be a situation going on that she doesn't know.
Well, someone says on WhatsApp, Lady Mary, please tell the lady that those people are not her extended family. She don't know them from anywhere. Case closed.
That's true.
That's why I said it's weird because why would you? There's just one child here. Okay. If the mother said, okay, I want to go because I don't know the environment that my child is going to be in and I just want to see it for myself, I can understand that. Why does her mother, her father, the cousin,
So are you saying?
But Nanaya, even with that, she still has a
No.
choice to say no.
No, yeah.
If
No,
you
she
don't
has
think
the
your
choice,
child
I'm
is going to
saying.
be safe with his own dad,
I
well,
understand
maybe
that. What I'm
you
saying is
shouldn't have
it's
had the
weird
baby
to
with
me
him to
that
begin with.
other people want to come.
It is weird.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
weird to me
weird.
that other people want to come. If the mother wanted to come, I understand that.
But she's not
part. I'm not
coming.
saying that she can't say that, she can't come.
Mhm.
She can
No,
still
she
decline
can't
for her
come.
to come.
I
But the
understand
fact
that she
that
wants to come.
extended wants to come, that's weird.
I understand that every one of them want to come, including the mother, but she can't come.
She can't
Yeah,
come.
she shouldn't allow that.
No,
I
nobody
think
can come. Not the auntie, the uncle,
No.
the mother, the siblings. Nobody can come.
I think we missed something. Mensa, I need you to repeat what you said. I like that.
which one?
Said,
The last part
you said if the lady is not comfortable or cannot trust the man, that the child can go to
is
the
going to be
father
safe
without
with
her.
him. Maybe you shouldn't have had the baby with him to
How
begin
the
with.
baby with him?
With a married man.
Yeah, you shouldn't have had the baby. If you don't trust him that your child will be safe with him, why did you have a baby with him?
She made a bad decision. Now she's wising up.
No, but on a serious note, is our sister staying in this relationship by choice?
Who's making her?
That I don't know. I'm just asking.
She just
Perhaps. Because I'm just thinking, we're joking and laughing, which is great. I'm just thinking that you don't have a relationship where there's no trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when these questions start popping up, there is no trust.
Yeah.
You can't trust him to go back. You can't even trust him to run the baby back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? That's the person. Let's be real. That's the one that he had extramarital affairs with.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
Unprotected for
sending
that.
you back. I'll be sending you back to take your child to that one every time, so you all can continue what you all started or bring number 2. So why am I in this situation? Like, for me, the question is not even about whether or not this is my extended child or whether or not I'm accepting this child. The question is, I don't have a marriage.
Yeah.
My vows have been broken. They've been terminated. They're no longer present. They're gone. Like, no more vows. Like, we're not here. And so for me, I'm like, let's focus on how healthy you are in this situation right now. Let's focus on where your mindset, where your peace is, what the truth is for you right now in this relationship. Because until you heal from that and be able to accept that, you will never accept that child, regardless of what decision you make now. And that child is always going to be a reminder of that affair. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be resentment built upon anger.
Yeah.
There's so much more that is going to happen that should be of more concern than worrying about
The
the
child coming
extended
over was
nature of this
extended.
child.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. There's a comment on WhatsApp, but I don't know how. Okay. I'm gonna read it. I don't know if this is from a mother or this is from a father, but this is what it's saying. It says that the man cheating is not a reason for her to walk out of her marriage. I
Mm.
think it's not a reason for her to walk out of the marriage. Gone were the days where some of us dealt with worse things and we still managed to make the home work.
Mm.
Mm,
I advise her, if she loves her husband, she should just accept that child. The mistake is already made.
mm,
Try to rebuild the relationship and
mm.
move on with her life and her family.
Wow.
This
Right.
is the reason why we have a lot of deaths. I don't know who this person is, man or female, but respectfully. Hmm? Respectfully. This is the reason why we have a lot of suicides. This
Mm,
is the reason why we have homicides.
mm,
This is the reason why we have addiction
yeah.
in these relationships. This
Depression.
is the reason why we have domestic violence. And it's
Mhm.
not always physical. Okay, it's
Yeah.
emotional abuse that happens. Gone are the days where we took
Hmm.
more.
Yep.
Honey, if that is your cross to bear, but we cannot make other people feel like they cannot walk away
Right. That's
because you chose to walk
to
away. You
stay in
chose to
there.
bear that
Just to
cross.
say.
Chose to stay.
People are dying in silence, killing themselves softly. They are just a mere shell in situations. The person has been gone a long time ago, and when they flip, they do something. Everybody's like, "Well, why? That was such a happy home. That
Hmm.
was such."
Yeah.
Because you don't know what is happening. So
You're
I
Yeah.
think
holding
that
it in.
narrative, we need to really stop selling that narrative
That's not
and
good.
putting that
Yeah.
out there. It's really not good. Respectfully, whoever that is, I pray that you can get to a place of clarity and understanding that God does not put us in any marital situations where we are supposed to be abused and neglected, and the vows that we made are not
Leave
supposed to
it
be
alone.
honored. This is not a love thing. This is a protection, a stability thing. You know, if you're in a household in a situation where you don't have protection, you don't have stability, you don't have peace of mind, you don't have any of those things, then guess what? You no longer have the vows that that man or that woman made to you, because this goes
Mm.
both ways for men and for women. So if a person makes a decision to stay in a situation, that is that person's decision for whatever reason they've made it. But if that person made the decision to walk away, that decision
Yeah.
is just as honored as it would be
Right.
to stay,
And
because
you
that's
shouldn't
that
look down
person's
on
choice.
her. Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
But,
let's okay.
it goes into, I think her statement came up on us saying, or asking if this lady should really have a marriage, because like Mensa said, if you've decided
You
to
should make a
stay in this
choice.
marriage, then you have to know that the child is going to be part of the marriage now.
Right.
Okay, and so you need to make peace with the
With
child.
that. Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't hate the child. You're just gonna have to deal with whatever comes with the child. That's included. Yes, you have the right to, decline whatever invite or whatever you want to decline. That's your right. But at the end of the day, the child is part of your family now. Okay. But then we have to, if you're having problem accepting this child,
Mm-hmm.
then that means that you have a problem with what your husband did,
Mm-hmm.
but you are placing the blame on the wrong person,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
not the child.
There was
The
that.
blame needs to go with your husband. But we have been brainwashed to think that men can do what they want and
Mhm.
women can accept and
Right.
live in it because you want your marriage. If you are in a marriage that you're being cheated on, do you really have a marriage though?
Mhm.
No,
Do you have a marriage?
you have a situationship.
Why should you stay in that, especially if you don't? We're not saying that if you feel like, this is your person and you can't live without them, you're better off with them than you are without them, then more power to you. Go ahead and stay with this person. But just know that now you have an extra family member that you have to deal with. Okay. But do not ever think that you have to stay for whatever reason. If you don't want to stay, we shouldn't just advise people who are in relationship, whether it's abused, whether it's being cheated on, or whatever y'all dealt with in the past. Just because you dealt with it doesn't mean that the next person has to
And
also.
handle it. Yeah. Everybody
You know,
handles situation
everybody
differently.
has their rights. If you want to stay, stay. If you don't want to stay, you are more than valid to leave?
You know, I think I want to say that from what this person is saying, that yes, you guys may have dealt with worse things than this, but I bet you if our mothers knew what we know now, I don't think a lot of them would have
A lot
stayed
of them
in
would
their
have stayed.
they would
And
have stayed in
situations
their
were
marriage.
different back then.
Yes, you know,
Yeah, but
so
also when they're giving their vows, right? They're not saying that you will be there when I cheat. I
That's
don't know.
not in it.
Maybe you all have heard some of those vows. I know I haven't. We're not giving vows and saying that there will be time I would abuse you, but you will stay. There will be time that I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
step
cheat on
outside
you
and
when you
impregnate
stay.
another woman. I will stay. I might even come and give you an HIV or
mm,
any other STD, but you will stay. We don't hear those vows.
mm.
We
No,
are
no, nobody would
accepting.
accept.
Thank you. We're accepting what we're hearing in the promises that are being made in the sanctity of marriage. Why then can't we uphold them? Why can't we hold ourselves to that?
Yeah,
You know, why should we make it okay? Because, I
yeah,
mean, everybody has a cross to bear. There is, and I feel like that's important in a courtship relationship. There is some things that you know that you cannot take.
hmm
You just know that for me, if you don't clean the house and you don't help me with the chores, fine. If you're able to, fine. But as long as you're not, it won't bother me. We'll work around, we'll get it done, we'll take
yeah.
care of it, right? But then there's this one thing you can do. I don't know how to get away from it. How does he know? Because you tell him. You tell him. And then you start praying that God will never put him in that position to do that one thing that you have said. This is the one thing that I don't think I can come back from.
Mhm.
I cannot come back from this.
Communicate.
And so I make it my duty because we're all flesh and blood. I make it my duty to pray against that one thing. If there's nothing else I remember for you, I remember that every time I mention you to God, to pray against that one thing so you don't find yourself in that position, God, because God knows my heart. That is the one thing I can't take, right? So let us start teaching ourselves those things so we don't find ourselves in a situation and say, do I stay? Do I go? Do I come? What do I do?
Mensa, it
Yeah.
says our last question here. It says, "Can you ask the man?" Oh boy. It says my husband brought in an extended cousin into the home.
Uh-oh.
He made me believe that this was a cousin. Little did I know that they were having an affair. We all lived in the house. Suddenly, she got up one day and said she was moving out in such a haste. I asked all the necessary questions, but there were no answers for me. What my husband said was, she says she's found a place and she'd rather not stay with us because she feels that she's invading our privacy. Only came to find out the extended cousin was actually my husband's side chick. As I'm speaking to you, there's so many things happening in my home. My final thought is to divorce. When he found out that I wanted to divorce, he's now begging for me to stay. Though I've made up my mind to leave, my thing is he wants a share of every property we have, and I'm not willing to do that. So, from a man's perspective, what would he advise? Wow. Extended family.
That's a difficult one.
Sounds like a movie. Like one of those Nigerian films.
Most of the time, right? For me particularly, like assuming if it was my daughter, right? Well, I have an idea what probably happened as to the reason why the cousin got up mad and left.
She pregnant.
A promise that was made to her wasn't fulfilled, which is I will leave my wife for you never happened. Yeah. I will leave my wife for you never happened. And she got upset eventually.
But why do you even make that decision when you know that this man is married? Miss, I'm sorry, come back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that is what happened there. So the thing with, a man stepping out of marriage, for me particularly, I will look at the situation itself to decide if I will walk out. And this one particularly, I will walk out.
Absolutely.
You
Just
would
because
or
you
not?
got the
You
guts
will.
You will. Okay.
to bring the person to my home.
The disrespect.
She could have done
that went a
something
little too
bad
far.
to you.
Yeah, so for me, like the man stepping out, it's not gonna be like a black and white for me, like, oh, he stepped out. That's it. Like, I'm not on that side. I want to know more. What happened? What was the situation like? What did he say? All that stuff. And then decide, okay, I think this is worth giving it another try or giving you a chance. But for this example here, that he brought the person into the home, I think you have to let it go.
That was
He's
very
wicked.
dangerous, though. He didn't even think
Yeah,
about
that
your
was
safety.
dangerous. And I
Yeah.
think he kind of put you, and probably if you have kids, he put everybody else in danger.
Yeah.
Because this person could have gotten up one day and just poisoned the food that you guys are eating, and you
Yeah.
guys could all be gone. Like, he really put you guys in danger. And for this particular one, I would say let it go. With the properties, yeah, it comes with a choice, right? The choice that you want to make, which is letting him go, comes with sharing the property too. I think most of the time we just love to have our cake and eat it too, right? So
Yeah.
it's more like, I want this, but I don't want all that comes with it. Unfortunately, it does come with it. If you are letting him go, it comes with sharing the properties too, especially if you both acquired everything together. You can't just say, I want him to walk out, but I want to keep all of it.
Everything. Yeah.
Like, it won't work. He will fight
Especially
you
if
on
you don't
that.
have a prenup.
Yeah, he will fight you on that.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna let him go, which I think in this situation you should, yeah, you should be ready to share the property too.
Is
So
this
What
property
happened
that was
is,
acquired in the marriage?
I'm
but
sure.
even if
I'm
it's
sure
not,
it
I
is.
mean, if you
If it
don't have a
wasn't, she wouldn't
prenup,
even
once
think
you get
about
married,
wanting to
it's both
share
of
it at
yours.
all. Like, if she
If you
came
have a
to the
prenup,
marriage
you
with
have
it, there is no way she would talk about he wants
Yeah.
half of it because it's
Yeah.
hers.
That's true.
So based on what she said, I'm guessing
That's true.
they acquired
They
all these
acquired during
properties
that.
Then he needs to
during
be
the marriage.
reasonable. Because I mean, if this is her property and you've messed up like this, come on, you can't eat your cake and have it. Some people are just wicked.
This is
Yeah,
somebody
the
that can
reason
bring
why I
somebody
say,
in his marital home. You think that he's
the
going to
reason
be
why I
giving everyone
say
the
it's
property?
not black and white for me most of the time is because I'm a man. I understand how these sometimes you get in a situation and we choose stupid over logic, and men will do that often. And then after they choose stupid, they come back and say that was stupid,
Yeah.
and they will want to do anything to hide that stupidity.
That's a choice.
And
you
those
have
are the
to live
type of
with.
situations where I'm like, okay, you can give it another try because that person understood that he chose stupidity. He chose to do something else that he shouldn't have done. And he wants to fix it this way or wants to fix it that way. I think it's worth giving it a try. It's different from the person that chose to do this and then brought what he was doing to you.
Into the home.
Like, he wasn't scared of you. Because most men that will do that, the least are scared of their wife even getting to know you.
They're both so brave.
He brought
Yeah,
him home.
they are really scared. The other part with her moving out that I was saying is, I will leave my wife for you, that didn't happen. Most of the time, I know a bunch of these stories. I will leave my wife for you. It will never happen. He might want to keep you forever, but he still will not leave the wife. So if you're going to do that, you need to understand most men, especially if they built their life with their wives, will not just up and leave their wives. They won't just. Lumba did it. Lumba moved to Ghana for 17 years. He still did it. So they will not just up and leave. They will hold on to their wives.
Oh,
Amy,
I'll tell you about it.
it's a
I'll tell you
messy
about
situation
it.
happening
Long
right now.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Long story.
men will not just up and live like that unless the wife is really terrible at something and they can't wait to get rid of her. If not, they will not just up and live. Because men, when they're getting married, they know who they're choosing. And most of the time, they are willing to stick by it unless the person is doing something really terrible. So if you come along, the chances that he's going to leave this person is very less. He won't leave this person. He might want to keep you forever, but he won't leave this person. And
Keep you
in
at his
situations
side.
for like the women particularly, like, I don't call that, a black and white thing, like,
Right.
oh, he did this, divorce. No, I think sometimes I will want to know what happened.
What happened?
What is he saying?
Yeah.
How does he process it? That will tell me if you need another chance or if we should just let it go.
Are you talking about cheating?
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about.
Oh, we have to talk about that another time.
I have to
We have to-
disagree.
we
I know,
have to talk
because
about
I
that
heard you
another
say
time.
as soon as it happens,
We have to talk
let
about
it
that
go.
another
I'm not
time.
on that side. I'm not on as soon as it happens, let it
We
go.
will put it on the agenda. We will come back on that topic.
Anyways,
Because so the thing with life is, just look at how religiously we even process things, right?
so Mensa,
Yes.
if a woman is to cheat or do this,
Mhm.
okay, so maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll
That's
come
what
back.
I said.
That will
It's
start a
another
whole new
topic for another
Yeah,
conversation.
we'll come
day.
back. Maybe we'll come
It's
back.
another topic for another day.
We'll
We'll
come
be
back.
back.
So the thing is that, right? Let's look at it this way. I think the way a woman will process that, there are certain things that a lady will do in the marriage that hurts the man in the exact same emotion.
Okay.
The emotion that a man will have for something a lady will do in the marriage will be the exact same emotion, and he can process it over and over and over if he should let it go. It might not be cheating, but I can tell you, ladies will do stuff that will hurt a man to his core so bad that he will want to let go of the marriage. He will have the exact same emotion that a lady will have if he
If
steps
you
out.
cheat. I agree.
He will have the exact same emotion. And most of the time, a guy will process it, and say, you know what?
I'm done.
Let me hold on to it. And this, we will get better from here. Now she knows that this cuts me this way. The problem is that because this is so obvious and it's like you can see it, that, oh, you actually did this. Most of the time, as human beings, our emotions are drawn to that. We completely forget that in situations like how a man will feel if you even disrespect him in front of people that he uphold. If you do that to a man, I can promise you he will have that exact same emotion. He cannot let it go for what you did. It will be the exact same thing. That is why I say,
But it's not cheating.
I want to know the situation.
No, but
and
what he's saying is
happened.
true.
Yeah, it's true.
What he's saying is true because of how emotion is processed. Because man, you cannot bruise the ego and you cannot disrespect.
Yeah.
And
I understand that.
If
That's
you
not
strip him
cheating.
off his dignity,
his dignity,
publicly in any way,
yes,
I can promise you,
it cuts deeper than cheating because
it cuts deeper.
they are
But
not
He
then
will
emotional.
struggle to let it go.
The only thing is cheating can bring about, like Amy said, HIV, all sorts of sicknesses, and
And
then
it's lifelong
That-
issues.
so, Lady
Lifelong
Mary, you
issues.
see why now I'm saying I want to know
right.
the
I understand.
situation.
Right.
What happened?
Yeah.
What do you think about the situation?
What happens?
What
if
do you
he
take from
went
that?
and took his
Because let's
clothes
say
off?
a lady can do the same thing with the respecting, right? And then we look at the situation and we come to realize, yes, she messed up. It was an honest mistake. And it cuts deep. But a man will look at all that and say, yeah, let's move past that. And then there is the other part of it where you do it, he has the exact same emotion. He talks to the lady about it, and the lady says, I don't care. I don't care how you feel about it. Okay, now, see that? I don't care how you feel about it is the same thing as a man that did something, and then you say, why did you do that? And then he says, so what? Now, that is the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
the way you will push away how he feels about the disrespect will be the exact same way as he telling you to your face.
Yeah.
He doesn't find anything wrong. That's what I'm saying. I want to see the situation. What happened? How does he feel about it? Because on the opposite side, a man will want to know how you feel about what you did. If you don't feel any remorse at all and you think it's cool to do what you did to me, maybe I need to walk out. Because a man's dignity is exactly the same.
So if he feels remorse, then you should.
See, it's
That's
not just
basically
the
what it is.
remorse that we say. It's like, oh, I'm so no, not that one.
Yeah.
But
Not
some
that
people can come and cry their head.
Nanaya,
People will cry.
I think it makes a difference.
Nanaya, and no, well, those record the crocodile tears, but it's 5:32. It's 5:32. Maybe
That's what
We'll
that
pick
one
this
is a
one up
different
later.
topic for another day.
we have to come back. But I wanted to read
It's
the
a
last.
topic for another day.
I wanted to read the last comments that somebody sent on WhatsApp. It says that, Mensa, I hear everything that you're saying, but if you're a cheater, you're always going to be a cheater. I'm not going to advise my. It's just a comment. So,
can we then say, Lady Mary, can we then say that if you do this thing that stripped a man of his dignity and it made him feel less of a man, can the man then say, that is who you are, and I need to let go of the marriage?
But Mensa, it's cheating. Let me see.
So what I'm saying is
maybe
there is he cheated and he's a cheater.
Oh,
No. You can continue to engage in the behavior. Let's not name call, but you can continue to cheat. So when you said earlier that, sometimes they do something out of stupidity, the question for me would be, what is the guarantee that they won't be just as
they won't do it
next
again?
time? The stupidity can continue. I'm not calling you stupid, but these actions can continue to be stupid. But I think also, not to invalidate the feeling of a man when they're rubbed off dignity and that kind of thing. I have seen it. I have seen it, and it's not a good sight. And that's why I said when you were speaking, I said I completely agree with that. The difference with stepping out of your marriage and sleeping with another person, there's so many other things that is involved with that, right? Yeah. The intimacy you're
expressing somewhere.
I mean, yeah.
I almost wanted to speak in Creole.
This is why I say
feel free.
Soul tie,
always go back to.
It's a lot.
Mensa, is there any such thing as cheating by mistake? Because I hear people say that.
No.
Okay.
I think it's a choice, and as men sometimes we just make the wrong choices.
I hear people say it was a mistake. So I'm like,
I want to hear what Mensa have to say, though. I want to hear what he has to say.
It takes a lot of steps to get there. It takes a lot of steps.
I don't think it's a mistake. I don't call it a mistake.
Okay.
I think it's a choice. And I think sometimes as human beings, that is why I was saying that even if you look at things religiously, right? There are so many things that even we as Christians, we know the Bible says, don't do that. But we get in the moment and our flesh is so much into it that we are like, yeah. And then we do it. And then we come back and we say, God, please.
Forgive me.
That is the exact same thing.
Yes.
The man had a choice. He knew that, but in that moment, he just succumbed to the feeling of what he's wanting to get, right? And that is why I'm saying always have the conversation. What does the man think about what happened?
But that's not where the problem is. That's not what he did is not where the problem is. How did he get there?
How he get there? How
the
he get there?
The situation that you surround yourself in, the choices that you make.
How he got there can be a mistake. But what he did is a choice.
Was he drunk? Did somebody
so
how you get
drink?
To
Did somebody give him drugs?
Situations by mistake.
Well,
like Amy said though, there's a lot. It takes a lot of.
I challenge the opposite because in that moment maybe you made a mistake, but the choices were how you also got there. It can be the flip can go around.
So what I'm saying by how he got there is a mistake, can be a mistake, is that let's say they went to a party,
and that's a
they
choice.
drank a little bit, and then let's say it's a female friend, right?
And that's a choice.
Then they are cool. Didn't know there was any type of attraction, and then it's like, hey, it's late. I'll just drop you off in the house. They got to the house. This guy is so drunk, he started throwing up, right? Let's say he started throwing up, and he's like, hey, you want to get some water? And as soon as he got in, you see the choices he was making was clear.
Those were all choices. Those were not mistakes. How he got there was a choice. He went to the party.
No. What I'm saying is,
he interacted with the girl. That's a choice.
How he got into the situation was not a choice that he was making to do something bad.
So it wasn't
Should've been used to it,
pre-planned.
But
It
then
wasn't
when he was
premeditated.
faced
No.
with, okay, this is about to happen, he had a choice to say, no, sorry, I won't do that. Now you made a choice to actually do something bad. Do you get the difference? That's what I'm saying. The
That's
process
how I
can
help
be
you out here.
by
You
mistake,
have 3
but
females
the
here.
action is
You're
a
not
choice.
going to win.
Nana,
Yeah, the process can be a mistake.
it can
The
be a
process
mistake.
is
Yeah.
like an honest mistake. I'm not really thinking of
You are
doing
partying. You are a
something.
married man. You are partying. There's no honest mistakes.
Drinking.
You are
You're drinking
married man
and
partying
driving
with a
somebody
girl that
home.
is a friend. Where's your
Anyway,
wife? You
well,
need to be
Now you're
partying with your
thirsty. You want to
wife,
go
man.
upstairs and get water.
Situations happen. Trust
It seems,
me.
what is
Situations
it?
happen. The thing
Predetermined
is
to
that
me.
I'm not saying that the men actually doing it is a mistake. I think you doing
Right.
it is a choice.
premeditated.
All of it.
You made a choice that I want to do this, right? And then in that moment, you decided, you knew it, and you decided, I'm just gonna do this, and then just clean my mouth and go back home.
Right.
That is why I always say, how
Ay,
does he
ay,
actually feel about it? If we think about it as in, okay, you did it once, and so what are the chances that you're gonna do it again
Do it
or
again.
not?
He can be remorseful, but he got.
If you invert that for the disrespect that we were talking about, if you disrespect me in a way that stripped me of my manhood, what is the guarantee you won't do it again?
Do it again.
No guarantee. I agree with you 100%.
So
You
it
have the
boils back
ability-
down to
And that man
choices.
can make that decision to say this is a relationship that doesn't work for me, and that decision he made is valid to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to treat each other mutually respectable, and so I'm with you. Any woman that can do that to a man has the capabilities to do it again. And again and again and again.
And vice
Correct.
versa.
100% in agreement with you. And the same goes any man that is
That does
able
it
and willing
can do it again.
can do it
Yes.
again. And so
Thank
you have
you.
to decide where you're going to cut your losses both ways. What can you live with and what can you not?
Yeah.
That's what it
It's
boils
true.
down to.
See, so we are on the same page.
We are on the same page.
I just don't
I'm
agree.
not on the same
I just don't
page.
agree
You
that
know
all
what?
those other
I'm not on the
steps are
same
choices.
page.
You know what?
Nanaya,
I don't think
if
it
we
can be
say that
compared.
people should just
We're not comparing it. We're saying
walk
that
out
because you do
as soon
something,
as
it means you
something
can do it
happens,
again.
right? We will open a floodgate for a lot of stuff. We will open a floodgate for a lot of stuff, and people will actually walk out of marriages that, the man made a stupid choice, but there was a 90% chance that wasn't going to repeat itself.
Okay.
Especially if you've been with this
90?
person for, let's
How do
say,
you calculate
20
that?
years, right? Let's say you've been with this person for 20 years. Nothing like that ever happened.
Because you
And
didn't
then
know.
one point in life, something happened. What are the chances that he's going to repeat it? You're going to
didn't
look
know
at
all
the
those other
history.
times. Mensa,
Right? You're
didn't
going to
know.
look at the history and say, based on the history, I don't know if you do it again. But based on how long we've been together, the chances that you do this again is less. So I'm willing to take the risk.
All we can say that, okay, this is, we've been together all this time and nothing like this have happened. I'm going to give you another chance. If it happens again, I'm leaving. Not that I don't think it's going to happen again. I can give you another chance. But if it happens again, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's still a choice for you to make. Yes, you can walk out.
But with this lady, going back to the lady's question about the marriage and the cousin, that's not really a cousin, and the property.
Now,
What I
that
would
one
say
is terrible.
Yeah.
And
So,
that
That's
one, I
what
would
kind of
say
prompted
walk
all
out.
this conversation.
it
I don't
did.
think with that situation, she needs to give him another chance. With
No,
that particular
but what-
situation, no.
What I would tell her is choose your peace. Do you want the property or do you want this toxic man out of your life? Choose your peace.
Nanaya, I
Let
think
the property go and let the man
with
go.
that particular situation,
But this is her own personal things, though, Nana. Just letting somebody who did not suffer.
Once you're married,
Get a
if you
good
do
lawyer.
not have a prenup, now it's
exactly.
your things.
Yeah, get you.
It's
Get a
your
good
things.
lawyer.
He wants 50%. Give him 50% and let him go with his wickedness.
yeah,
That's what
I
you
think that
do.
is the best choice.
Yeah, that's the
let
best
him
choice.
have 50% of it and let him go. I think
It depends if you have
so.
the kids.
This
Get
is
a good
how I
lawyer.
look at
He may
that.
not
Right?
get 50%.
I look at that as in a man that is married has one of the topmost priority to always protect his family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think your decision making plays a big part.
Absolutely.
And you making that decision to bring the person to my home,
Yeah.
knowing this kind of endangers me, my kids, and
For sure.
everything
You
else.
took it.
It's not necessarily about the action you did itself,
Yeah.
but your decision making in here.
Yeah.
I don't want that. That
Yeah.
is why I'm saying she shouldn't even give him another
Yes,
chance.
give him
Let
He
him go.
lacks conscience. Absolutely.
Oh,
Let him go at that point. Because the decision making here, I think there's something off about that. That maybe you didn't catch it earlier on, but now you know.
Absolutely.
His
Yeah.
decision making wasn't that good.
That's
at
some
all.
scary stuff, though.
Yeah, that
That's
was
some
terrible.
scary-
He put y'all and your kids in
Your
danger.
family, your whole
And that is
family.
why I'm saying she
You can't
shouldn't
be
consider it. It doesn't matter that the properties are worth $100 billion. Give him half
Yeah.
of that
Choose your piece. Yeah.
and then move on. Because
Absolutely.
he will make another decision that might not be cheating,
Right.
but will endanger you again.
Right.
Because one of his topmost priority was to consider that even if I'm going to choose to do something crazy, I am protecting
My family.
this person and these kids.
Yeah.
You are not doing that,
Mm.
right? That tells me a lot more. You
Yeah.
really putting them in danger. It tells me about here. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm saying. Let it go. Give him the properties. Let it go. That's my only reason for that one.
Okay.
But other than that, we can talk about the rest later.
We have the conversation again.
Next
Thank you
topic
so
for
much.
another day.
Because Lady Mary, look at it this way, right? Nowadays, because of that particular reasoning, right? I've heard about at least maybe 3 or 4 stories where they chose to walk away, which is a choice they can make. They have the right to walk away. They walked away, and I said, cool, you have the right to. Nobody should blame you for it. The person cheated, you decided this is what I want to do. Cool. You have the choice to. But these ladies ended up becoming the side chicks of their own ex-husbands. Because when they went out there and they realized that, yes, they can get somebody that is doing whatever, that not gonna step out in any way, not gonna do anything crazy in that manner, but they are doing other crazy things they couldn't stand. And then they turn around and say, well, this crazy was a little better because this one. And they turn around and became the side chick of their husbands.
Must you be married though? Must you be married?
Not really, no.
Must you be?
Listen, Nanaya.
Not everybody should be married. And I think
You know,
just
it's funny
don't
what
look
he's
at
saying.
that.
I know of a situation like that.
Oh,
Let's
you
not.
do?
Let's okay.
You became the husband chick.
Situation like that.
Another topic for
Where
another day.
the husband is remarried, but the ex-wife is
Is the
now
side
chick,
chick now.
huh?
to the same husband. That is the
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a conversation on its own for another day. But I want to say thank you so much, Mensa. Our mother here just chimed in. She said that, listen, I advise women and or young couples not to allow anything called extended in their matrimonial homes. Do all the necessary verification. If it's a direct sister or brother that you know, okay, maybe you can give it a chance, but do not allow any extended family in your matrimonial home. Thank you so much, Mom.
Agreed.
And then our father said that this was a good conversation. Thank you guys for bringing this conversation on board. But please give the men some slack sometimes. Okay, Daddy, we hear you.
Lady Mary, I'm
Like
telling
you all you
you.
want, as long as
See?
you don't go cheat.
One of my
But you know
mentors
what?
once said, right? If your husband stays with you for years and never cheated, you need to applaud that man because the
Yes.
struggle
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
We
hard.
applaud them.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It is
Yeah.
hard.
It's hard.
That's
It's,
what-
it's really
It's
that
a
hard.
blessing.
It is.
I
I'm
believe
telling
it.
you.
It's
And
a
that's the
blessing.
reason why.
Especially if you're married, yes,
Yeah.
they will tell you they want you.
The
And
married
they will-
women?
Yes. It is
Okay.
hard. I'm
It's
not
hard for
kidding.
the men.
Okay.
I believe what he's saying is true,
Yeah.
and not necessarily that your men are out there going out there to try to
The
do
girls-
these things.
the
It's the
girls
temptations
themselves.
that come within them.
Yeah.
And so, on a serious note, wives, you really need to be praying for your husbands in that line, making sure
Nowadays,
that,
Amy, nowadays the prayers
And
is
holding
not
it
even
down.
working
And
on that
holding
side.
it down, if you know what I mean.
the prayers has to
Listen.
work. You have to get up every
Did
day
you-
and pray for them. Pray for them. When they open their eyes, Lord, let them only see you.
Because
Let them not see anything else. If I told
Why the outside blind them?
did you guys? Okay, I know we are ending, but did you guys see that there's a video on social media where the guy is getting ready to leave, and the wife said, "Let's pray." She holds his hand and begins to pray. Would not allow if he should not arouse for any woman. And
he
blah, blah,
didn't
blah,
leave
blah, blah.
again. He turned around and listened. Oh,
Yes, let accidents happen. Let him die on the way. Then he goes.
Hey.
His prayer is this.
because yeah, she said if he lays eyes on somebody, let him go blind or something like that. Wherever he's going, if he's going to meet a woman, let there be accident. So she
And he
took up
changed his
everything and put
mind.
his back.
Because he's probably gonna see something and say, "Oh, that is nice."
He said, "I don't need to go out anymore." Let me
It's
stay
okay to admire. We're not saying it's not okay to, like, I mean, there are beautiful women out there. It's okay to say, oh, that's a pretty woman. That's just don't go touch them.
Yeah,
Don't touch them.
We'll have this.
You know, it
we need
doesn't
to have
start
a
with the
time.
physical touch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The physical touch
The
is the
mental-
manifestation. It's already happened here.
It's already happened there.
But don't let it harbor to get to that point.
We don't want
doesn't
admiration.
mean you
Nobody
can't
else is out there
compliment.
that's beautiful. I'm the only beautiful
I'm okay
one.
with compliments.
Point blank.
I'm okay with compliments because they're not
Anyway.
blind.
It's
Listen,
okay. There's no other woman out there beautiful. In your eyes, you only can see one beautiful woman.
and that's it. Thank you so much, Mensa. Thank you, Miss Amy. And I think we had an amazing conversation.
This was great. Thank you.
Yes, please. Let's talk and see. I'm thinking we should jump on Mensa's TikTok one of these days and have this particular conversation. Is cheating?
Is he over there giving the men permission to cheat and be
Oh no,
remorseful
not
about
that.
No,
not that.
not at all.
No, not that. But he hosts a lot of these kind of conversation on this platform. So we will talk to him and then
Okay.
follow and see. Yes, thank you so much, Mensa. We appreciate it, Miss Amy. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right.
All right,
Thank
then
you.
we'll see you guys
See ya.
soon.
Bye.
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 Yo, now your matter with it talk. Your life, your wahala, your breakthrough, idea. Welcome to the chat room.
This no be ordinary place. Now a solution they show face. Lady Mary they lead the way. With guess where go blow your brain. Talk your matter make we solve 'em. No judgment, just love and wisdom. We did discuss, we did learn. Every episode you gon' feel the burn. Oh, the chat room. Now here we define the way. Oh, the chat room.
Oh, yes.
We go talk and clear, no delay. Oh, it's interactive, educative, informative, and unapologetic. Oh, the chat room.